does satisfaction even comes from? Is it something that is within us, or something that we seek from the outer source, or maybe something in between? Hi guys, welcome to my channel Wait for KKR, and in today's episode of More Human Than Ever, the episode number 2, we will be discussing satisfaction and life lessons. Let's first start with the topic of satisfaction. What is satisfaction? I think satisfaction is a feeling when we are at ease. Usually, I think we are continuously seeking something. If I just talk about, we have goals, but think of it. Just because we have goals, does this mean we will not be satisfied until we have that goal? But what harm will it do to me if I have a goal and I'm not satisfied? It is good for me. That is what where drives come from. We are That is of course the question of no doubt, that this is how the drive within us, the hunger for achieving something is. But throughout our life, the beautiful thing about life, it is something constantly changing, and sometimes we outgrow our passions, and that is something completely normal, and people don't talk enough about it. You don't need to stick with one thing. If you're feeling like something is off, that means something is off. I want people to feel more that life is a journey rather than an end goal. When we focus on the end goal completely, I think, okay, yeah, set an end goal and now forget about it. Start enjoying the journey of that goal. Maybe in the moment you actually find something that you like so much, that is a completely out of the box, out of the character. I while debating, I found out that I love acting, not professionally, but just a skill. And yeah, we were talking about satisfaction. So satisfaction, we will divide it into outer satisfaction, inner satisfaction. I think outer satisfaction is not much in our control, but when it's come to our inner life satisfaction, the emotional aspect, it is really important to fulfill it with ourselves. When I was younger, I used to have a lot of struggle making friends. Now I don't like to make friends that much. I've lot of have changed. I was just a kid back then, and I had no interest in making. And oh yeah, back then I was desperate for making friends. That was a time period when I had no idea what satisfaction, toxicity, these all things meant. So now I am seeking friends. It's the time from my childhood. I was desperate, and I kid you not, I befriended some people that I was hoping that I became friends with. And what happened? Anything but satisfaction. The environment was so toxic that I cried most of the time. And fun part, I had no idea what toxic and all these things mean. I think there was something fault within me. I need to improve myself. Why this my dream ideal friendship is not even working? You know what we can learn from this? Whenever we will depend for our satisfaction from the outer source, most probably they will hurt. And it is not just about that they are gonna hurt us, or me being friends with those mean people, it turned out bad. It has, like, they also have an individual life, whatever they are. Okay, they are toxic people, we can do absolutely nothing about toxic people. They are just stay away from them, cut them off. But when we are actually satisfied with ourselves, now when I say that I don't like to make friends, it's not like I'm a very resentful person, I will never seek friends. It's just like I like my own company, because I'm so satisfied with it. The amount of satisfaction I have in my life, the emotional aspect, that it is unmatchable. I think I'm not bragging about it, guys, but I have worked hard for it to achieve it, because it's a crazy story. It's all a crazy story. But I think that inner satisfaction is super important in our life. If we are not gonna focus on inner satisfaction, we are gonna get hurt a lot of time. And think about it, when you rely on other people for your satisfaction, just ask yourself this question. We should ask ourselves this basic question: what does that person owes me, because nobody owe each other anything. Think uh, the interesting thing is that we all are diverse being, not just by language. Each every single person is very diverse. This is why we can flip our thoughts. If we had this rigid set of thoughts, someone might have liked you, but now they don't. Come on, it's not that big of that big of a thing. I know that our hurt, we feel hurt, our emotional side. The best thing is to feel these things, not to suppress yourself. But when you have this thing in your mind that they are a being too, I'm not talking about the toxic part. Sometimes people just grow apart because things happen, not I'm not talking about toxic part, but rather the simplicity of it. Sometimes just okay, we grow about, and that is it. We can do nothing about it. Of course we can feel things bad emotionally, but the when we realize that no one owes anyone anything, and we are diverse being, our internal thoughts too. Just imagine how crazy it would be if we had too rigid or too flowy thoughts. That's why we have a balance of it. That's why people change their own minds and thoughts. And you think that the friendship that was supposed to satisfy you, the relationship that was supposed to satisfy you, now they don't satisfy you. It's okay. So what if they don't satisfy you? But when you have yourself, you will always got yourself. You will always have yourself to satisfy yourself. This satisfaction, guys, is is the most richest thing in this world. How many celebrities, successful people still says that they feel miserable, they are having depression and doing, most people do weird things to wear off that emptiness feeling. Don't try to fight that emptiness within. Just just realize that it might be temporary. If it is not, of course we should seek professional help, but most of the time it is temporary. And when we are focusing on this temporary emptiness to make it go away from our life, we seek anything. We will go for the lowest thing. We people get addicted just to wear off that emptiness within us. We are in such a rush in our life that we forget that life is a beautiful journey that we have to live. Just why are we so in such a rush to achieve everything when we have plenty of time? It's all up in here. Don't time cage yourself, guys. It is not gonna work. Just slow down a bit. Even if you think the world is moving too fast, I'm too behind in life. No. If you are gonna think that life is a competition, it's a race, you'll be stuck. Ask yourself, कहाँ जाना है भागकर? कहीं नहीं. Live life. If we were just meant to compete, to do just one single thing, we are a diverse being and we are meant to do so many different things. Whatever we like, or maybe just focus on that one goal that we like and enjoy the process of it. That will make our life so much easier, so much better. And about that emptiness, it is inevitable. It will come, but it will go on its own too. Don't try to fight this particular thing. I have so many personal examples. This emptiness, the satisfaction. My childhood, it was not for, no, I won't say that, but it was something that I would say that, oh, I was just chasing satisfaction without even knowing what satisfaction even means. We are pleasure driven. All we seek is pleasure. But once you learn to satisfy yourself, I'm not saying that satisfy yourself with anything. This is your emotional satisfaction that you can give it to yourself. When we seek satisfaction from other people, we give them the power, but they are also other being. The interesting thing is, once you learn to satisfy yourself emotionally, your life will be so much better. You will see words in such a different way, because now you're not just seeking things in the world, you are observing. You are an observer of this world. Once you become an observer, there's no going back. There's just such a beautiful beauty to being an observer. It feels so nice. I mean, the small thing that you have never noticed. I I never knew that I liked bird, I liked trees until I became an observer, and it was not on purpose. It was just I slowed down. I started to satisfy myself. Well, if you want a different podcast on these things, I can tell you. I can, if you to comment down below, I will make that one too. But the thing is, learn to satisfy yourself, and how you will do it. One simple thing: do something for yourself. Write down right now with a pen and paper. Now, name three things that you do to satisfy yourself. What do you do? But sometimes, if you feel like you are doing nothing for your inner self, then you should start from today. Even if it is, you think that we think that we need to do something continuously and continuously. No, 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 no. It's not like this. It will look more like this. But don't be afraid of this graph. This is what makes the beauty of it. You will. Now, guys, let's move on to life lessons. Guys, I think the biggest life lesson I have learned is that the life lesson is an ongoing process. It will be within your life forever. You will be learning things since the day you were born to the end of your life. And if you are afraid of that, oh my god, why you said that, it broke my heart. No, it is a gift. It's a bliss. Like, of course you can turn a blind eye anytime whenever you want, but what's the joy in the thing is, what's the joy in it? Life lessons are such a beautiful thing. If you look at it, as humans individual, we have brain. We can process things, we can do intellectual functioning with it, and a lot of things. These life lessons not only give you a character development, but they give you different perspective of life. Sometimes when we have some small values of us, for example, I had a value that was very small, but when someone challenged it, I felt like, what are they saying to me? Why should I change this thing about myself? They are, why are they even saying this thing to me? But my thought process really changed when I think about it over. Sometimes we have to challenge ourselves, and this is why I say life lessons never end. Because core value, one of the core values was challenge, and I felt so great after that it was challenged. Now my perspective is even more broader. I allowed myself, the more I accept the life lessons, the more broader my perspective is, and I can see people where they are coming from, and I can become more empathetic towards them and towards myself too, because I'm learning so much from them. It's just like the best part of being a human. I can learn from a 5-year-old child to their eagerness to get a toy from a supermarket. That is very, very yourself. I mean, just challenge yourself, and I don't mean it in a harmful way, but in a very slow and subtle way. If someone is, you feel like your core value is being challenged, think about it. I think, how do you accept a challenge and turn it into a life lesson? It all starts here. Whatever someone is saying, I'm not telling you to accept whatever other person is saying, but think about it, think it over. We often complain that I overthought this thing a lot, but this is what our brains does. This is what our brains does. It's literally, it's business. So if we say that my brain is overthinking constantly, give it something to think about, then it will think about it, that thing. And just most of the time we are not just overthinking. It's just how our brain works on a loop. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, our brain. So our brain is really powerful. Why are we so afraid to use it? Whenever someone challenges us, it's not like publicly humiliating us, but it can be indirect too. That what's actually I meant. I just realized that I'm not talking about someone saying to your face, oh, that you are stupid. You think that you are smart, then you start questioning, was I even smart person? No. Suppose that I believe that watching a YouTube shorts in which someone said that they didn't regretted dyeing their hair red. Although I haven't personally dyed my hair red, but there's so much stigma around dyeing your hair that your hair will fall apart. I'm no expert because I have never done it, but many people in the comment section were saying the same thing, that they never regretted doing it and they are still doing it. Although I'm not promoting something that you should do it or not, but see things for yourself. This is my next life lesson that I have learned. Easy to get influenced for the good thing that people are saying, oh, it's an awesome, you should go for it. But see thing for yourself, it is more harder to amplify when someone is saying something negative about something certain something. That so much guys for watching this video. I hope that you like this video, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.
Please like and subscribe.